And we have a deadline.
Dead? What do you mean?
It broke.
It broke? It broke. Dang it. Oh, how did that happen?
Condo life. This is the QTH of W8KNX here at the north end of South Lyon. So, condos come with compromises. It's always something to consider when you buy wherever your QTH is going to be. So today the project is to get the End-Fed up outside. I currently have an End-Fed in my attic for HF, but it's time to be a big boy and get an antenna outside. So behind me is a nice 43-foot tree right next to my building. So today's objective is to get the End-Fed up and over that tree and ready to go for HF. Now, not ideal. A lot of people will say, you can't put the wire right next to the tree, but it's what I have to work with and it's going to work fine. It'll work for me. It's a compromise. Condo life.
Okay, we have Shane's little DJI drone. It's the 249 gram model, so it's a fairly light little thing.
You know, it just occurred to me.
What's that?
This is actually going on video. This is going to be super embarrassing.
Well, we'll see. If it goes perfectly, then it'll be awesome.
We got to show the bad parts too, though.
Everyday ham. We're going to try to take the drone up. We have a piece of fishing line attached to a washer. We're going to try to go up over these two trees in front of us here. And we're going to try to keep that fishing line straight across these two trees so that we can draw up the End-Fed wire over those trees and then feed the feed point down on the other side. It all seems really simple in theory. We got to get this thing off the ground and not get it tangled up in the fishing line. That's the real big thing. So takeoff is going to be the tricky part, and then the second part is going to be getting it to disconnect from the fishing line once we've got it where we want it. So here we go. You guys ready?
I'm ready.
So when it takes off, it's going to ask for slack, so be ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, takeoff is going to happen in 3, 2, 1. Oh, we got a piece of grass in the way here. Let her go a little bit. Oh, it's funny there. More. It's right about there.
Good, you're easing off the tape a little bit there.
Okay, let's see, here we go. Trying again. One motor didn't fire.
There you go.
Okay, she's connected. This is gonna be a little tricky. You wanna get directly under it, Rory? Yeah, that's gonna be about where I think you want to be. Okay. I think we're over. Shane, do you want to look see on the other side how it looks? Are we going to catch that other tree?
Because you're going to have to go.
Do you think more that direction?
That way, yeah.
I'm 15 feet past it. Do you think I'm going to catch the top boughs of the tree, or do I need to go left or right?
I think you have to go over there to see what you're doing.
A little more to my right. Okay, I'm going to come over that way. Coming that way. It's a good thing these things basically fly themselves. I like where it's at right now. I just don't want to go much higher without... that's about all the juice she's got.
Do you need me to pull?
You may have to give it a little yank. See if you can do that. A little more yank.
All right, I'm going to add some additional context here. So you're wondering what was going on. So on the bottom of the drone, we attached a fender washer, which was tied to the fishing line. And we used a little piece of masking tape and barely caught the edge of the washer because we knew that the DJI Mini doesn't have a whole lot of thrust on it. So we were trying to get it to break free at this point, and it was not letting go. And I was concerned we were going to end up with the fishing line tangled in the motors. And this was Shane's drone, so we were trying not to break it since it was the first flight out. But we eventually did get it to pop free. Rory gave it a little tug, and I was pulling with all the thrust that the Mini would give it, and this is how it worked.
Oh, boy. You really want something that you can actuate mechanically, not just tape.
Well, yeah.
But we didn't crash the drone, and that's the important part. Yeah, not bad. All right, let's turn it around.
Is it somewhere we can get it?
I don't know. We're about to find out. Now we got to do a search because that line
I
is hard
see
to
it.
see.
Oh, that's gonna be hard.
It just popped.
I see it. See,
Okay. Yeah, when it popped off pretty good. So it kind of bounced. Let's see what we got now.
it's right there. It's way up there.
Oh, I see it. Okay, and then I see the washer's right there. Okay, I can get that.
Ugh.
You volunteered first.
Yeah, I'm not.
I can get that.
I'm not worried about the tree. It was more about the sticky hand.
Yeah, you're gonna make a mess here.
You have gloves? I am gonna be
I got
messy.
her in my truck.
Yeah, let's see what we got.
Yeah, I guess they're in the car. Mine are. Jesus Christ.
Where's it at?
You got. You're about halfway there. A little less than halfway there.
I see it. Got a little piece of bark in my mouth. That's yummy. I had my eyes on it and then I lost it. Yeah, I think we're gonna be able to pull it with that. Okay. I like it. All right, so we flew drone. We got the fishing line over. Took a little bit of working to get the washer to pop off, but we're gonna see if we can't pull this thing over. And the End-Fed line is 18 gauge copper wire silicone. It's heavy, but it's not terribly heavy. So let's see what we can do.
All right.
See, I'm not used to doing it this way. On my house, I've got everything hooked to a mast on the roof, and then it just has open air that it can stand in. This is a little tougher because
Ready?
Condo. Yep, go ahead, pull. Looks good. Feel okay?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, keep going then. Shoot, you're almost at the tip of the tree with the actual wire now. There's probably a little resistance over that. Yeah, looking good.
All right. Hold on.
Get the box off the ground. We're using a Nelson End-Fed, by the way. You can get these on eBay. They're about 60 bucks if you just buy the baling, if you want to put your own wire on, or you can spend 100 bucks and get it all pre-made.
And we have a deadline.
Dead? What do you mean?
It broke.
It broke? It broke. Dang it.
I'm gonna top the ground.
Hey, I went further this time. I was trying to learn from my mistakes last time.
Well, I'm happier with what it's got on that side now too. So. All right.
This is a really cool little thing. I shouldn't be playing with this because I'm going to go buy one when I go
The
home.
problem is I'm one who's never wanted one. Like never, and now there's
It's super cool, isn't it?
it's interesting.
Okay, where did it end up?
There may be a gym move on this one where I find a gently used one, play with it, get bored, and then sell it.
Brand new. They're only 250 bucks, right? They're like really inexpensive on Amazon. You literally have it at your door and just fart around with it. All right. How did we? Oh, that looks great comparatively.
No, it's. I'm very happy with where that's at, and I'm happy with where we ended up on the other side.
Hey, maybe second time's a charm. So now we're up in the tree, and we're about 8 feet off the ground, maybe a little less. And that's where we want to be. See, the window, the second story window, is where we are actually going to feed in from for the time being. And so we just need to find a good spot to lash it off so that there isn't a whole lot of tension on the wire itself. So that's where we're at right now. Do you see the box? I think we can still go up a little more because I can help the box the rest of the way.
Let's go up. I'd like to get to
That branch that's coming out, like the next big step up.
We're at 1. Say we're at 1, 2, and then 3.
Oh, so that with the crook in it, the Y.
Yeah.
I think we can get it there.
Maybe we just get to there.
Well, I think we can get it there. I'm gonna have to get up in the tree again.
Break it now.
Yeah, you're good where you're at now.
Someone will have to climb it a little.
I can get in the tree again.
That's not nearly as high. Hey Shane, can you pull easy? Just go ahead and pull. Easy. Someone must have let all the tension out.
So let me pull.
Yeah.
Get tension. I don't know if I'm moving.
Not yet. Maybe a little. Nope, not yet. Oh, yep, you're going. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. What's that? Oh, it broke right there. Okay, hold it right there so it doesn't pull back down. Okay, it broke. Very good. That's doable right there. Okay. So we had our second failure of wire.
So
But we can put that up and it'll just have a little bit of a. Yep, okay, that's perfect.
Goes there then.
Okay.
Let me run feed line out the window.
So we it took 2 tries. 15-pound test is too little as far as fishing line, but if you're at the local hardware and that's all they got, then
do what we have to do in town.
you got what you got. So what we're gonna do is give you a little show and tell here, and if Shane pans back around to it, essentially our feed point for this is somewhere in the middle here, and I'm not sure if you're gonna put visual eyeballs on it, but it's somewhere about here. And the actual cable runs up and out away from that to the tip of this branch, and then it runs over, and I'll try to get this in post, but that bow that's sticking out right over here is about the 3rd bow up, is actually where that line is connected. And then what it does is it runs all the way across, and we've got it kind of wrapped outward and around. We're trying to keep this from folding back too much on itself.
That point there is at a good 35 feet.
Yeah, oh yeah, and so it wraps out and around, and then down the back of this second tree there. So actually, I think you've got good separation. I'm really curious to see what the SWR looks like. It was tuned up, but it's a whole different orientation.
Try and run it without the tuner first.
Oh, we're gonna have to run a zoom scan on it. So we've done it. It is in the tree. It's fastened up. It's better than being in the attic.
I still don't have the one in the attic. It's still there. So we'll be doing A/B comparison.
All right, we're gonna take it inside, see what this thing looks like. Boom.
All right, so we're going to start with 80 meters, 3.9 meg.
So we're in the shack, and we have it hooked up.
You guys get to see the messy W8KNX shack, because why not? All right, so we're starting 80 meters, giving us 3.2, 3.3, 3.7 as it sways in the tree, of course. That's going to be something...
There's some variables because it moves.
But I am planning on using this with a tuner, and it's not really set for 80. So
it was not. It was always cut for 40. Yep.
So let's head to 40 then. Good old 7200 where all the fun happens. 1.3 and stable
that's good.
With it swaying in the tree.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Where to? Let's try 20 meters. So let's go 14, 250 you want to try?
Yeah, let's see that.
1.5, little higher, still tolerable.
Gosh, 1.5 is still pretty acceptable. It's going to bounce a little, like you said. I didn't think about movement in the tree,
and still planning to use a tuner without any question. Let's go to 15, 21, 280, very close enough. 1.4 on 15 meters, that's cool.
Yeah, excellent.
And lastly, let's do a quick check of 10 meters, 28,300 we'll do. And we're getting 1.7. So all well within tolerance, all well within using the tuner, all happy about that. So I'm happy with it. Big thanks to Shane, KFAPWN, and Jim and 8JRD for giving up their Saturday morning and climbing trees at the old condo here.
73s.
7-3.